Good evening, everybody. I'm going to give y'all a chance to realize I'm here. It's been a very busy day. I'm just going to put my phone on a charger as I chat with y'all and get ready to end my day. For those of you that don't know, and some of y'all do know, I am Rashida Strober. I am the reason anybody talks about dark skin, colorism, darkism online, on YouTube, on social media, and even on reality TV. Back in 1998, I started the very first platform in history ever created for the eradication of dark skin discrimination. Some people will call it colorism. I call it darkism. I started this platform and I called it Dark Skin Activism, and it's the first platform in history. And people have stolen and ripped off from my platform. There's people out there that want to be me, but you're not the dark skin activist. You didn't start dark skin activism. You didn't care or think about being dark skinned. You didn't care or think about your experience until I put it on the map, until I placed it into the public consciousness. Give me my credit. I'm taking my credit because I'm only dealing with facts. It's only one originator, and that's Rashida Strober. I've written more books on dark skin than anybody in the world, including Darkism, 25 Ways Dark Skinned People Are Discriminated Against. Also wrote Token Dark Girl, the It Dark Girl of the Moment. Also wrote A Dark Skinned Woman's Revenge. Also wrote A Dark Skinned Girl's Triumph, the Rashida Strober story. Also wrote How to Be the Hottest Dark Skinned Chick on the Planet, which is the first motivational book in the world written for dark skinned females. I'm also the creator of the very first platform to focus as a brand on dark skin. I created the entire lane, and I want to make that clear to everybody that's listening. My name is Rashida Strober. And I built this form of commentary from my soul and my heart because nobody cared to talk about dark skin. No dark skinned person cared to talk about their dark skin experience in terms of creating a concrete platform. Sorry about that, y'all. I cut out. So there's a lot of things that's always on my mind regarding darkism, and one of the things that's on my mind, and it all comes from my own personal experience. And listen, I'll be the first person to admit that people want to beat me down for speaking on my personal experience, but they be the same ones that'll turn around and plagiarize children, whether you intended to or not. It is, in a sense, contributing. I mean, it's not your fault. I'm not saying that it's your fault. I'm not sitting up here saying that you having a dark skinned baby and that baby, that human being that's gonna, innocent little baby that's gonna grow up in this world and become an adult. I'm not saying that it's that human being's fault or the parent's fault that darkism exists or that they're gonna experience darkism. What I am giving you the brutal, honest truth of is that when you birth a dark-skinned child in this world, be prepared for the darkism that they may face. That is what I'm telling you. Be prepared for the darkism that they may face in education. Be prepared for the darkism that they may face in the prison system. Be prepared for the darkism that they may face in the public school system. Be prepared for the darkism that they're going to face in their own community. Be prepared for the darkism that they're going to face from the time they come out of your womb. Because some people will sit there and say, oh, that baby real dark, or make disparaging comments about the baby's skin tone. So that is what I mean when I speak on being prepared for the darkism that they may face from the time they come out the womb all the way up until the grave. Now, sometimes, especially if the dark-skinned person is a female, they'll wait till you get like real old. And there's nothing wrong with getting old. I respect my elders. But I'm just showing you how darkism works because I'm the creator of this. Cash out. The books are $40 each. My Cash App is $Rashidalala. $Rashidalala. They'll sit there and wait till you are an elderly, dark-skinned person and finally give you just a little bit of the crumbs. Finally decide to ease up with the darkism and the racism. And don't come in here and talk to me about the token dark-skinned people that experience less darkism than the masses. I already wrote a book called Token Dark Girl, which you need to read. $40 if you buy it directly from me. So don't come talking to me about the few tokens that get darkism eased up on them. I'm talking about the masses of dark-skinned people. So that's why I'm saying, realize, I'm just being honest here, y'all. Some of y'all be getting so mad at my brutal honesty. But y'all love to copy me, though. This is like so ironic. You're angry because I'm telling the truth, but then you turn around and plagiarize my work. It's crazy. If you are a dark-skinned person, and I already talked about this topic light years before anybody was talking about dark skin, because you ain't been talking about dark skin. You ain't been talking about dark skin until you heard Rashida Strober do it, 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 do it. I talked about this in terms of having dark skin babies and what they go through, dark skinned little girls. I made a video light years before Am started talking about dark skin. Years ago, it's on my YouTube channel about why dark skinned girls shouldn't watch TV. But anybody started talking about dark skin, then they all started copying me once they got wind of who I was. Never gave credit. But this ain't new to me. Okay? If you are a dark-skinned person with another dark-skinned person, or if you are a dark-skinned person with a brown-skinned person, or a dark-skinned person with a light, if you are a dark-skinned person, there's a likelihood that your child, your offspring, can be dark-skinned. All I'm saying is be prepared for the darkism that they may face from the cradle to the grave. And I've spent hours thinking about this. Countless hours thinking about this. And I remember being like 19, always wanting a dark-skinned, nappy-haired, and I say nappy-haired, so don't put words in my mouth. I say nappy-haired in a good context. To me, nappy-haired is a good word. To you, it might be a bad word, but that's not how I see it. I always wanted a dark-skinned baby with nappy hair. Beautiful, dark-skinned little girl with nappy hair. But that ain't what the world wants. And because that's not what the world wants and deems beautiful, I also had to grapple with the fact that my child, whether it be a dark-skinned girl or a dark-skinned boy, would have to contend with darkism throughout their life. From the cradle to the grave. And it hurt me to my heart. I had a conversation with my son. Shout out to Raheem. Love you very much. And he was telling me about some instances where he had experienced darkism. He talked about on a job where there was a non-dark skinned person that happened to be black that was being treated better than him. And where he was conversely being treated badly. He noticed the darkism difference. And it hurt me to my heart because I knew within my heart, I said, you know what? The irony is you want a beautiful dark-skinned child, but the dark-skinned child is there's a high likelihood that the dark-skinned child is going to get mistreated. That is the irony of darkism, people. That's how it works. And it's a very sick thing that people will treat someone disparagingly, inhumanely, because of their skin tone, because of their hair texture, because that's the reason why. We're going to remove everything else. We ain't talking about nothing else. We not gonna sit up here and say, oh, this person is a good person or a bad person, or this person can't read, or this person is not I don't know, smart enough. No. We're gonna remove all them variables, honey. Because you can have all that. You can be smart, you can be nice, you can be kind. But when you walk in somewhere and someone doesn't know you, they don't know your character, they don't know who you are as a person, and all they could do is make a judgment on you and treat you bad and make negative assessments because of your dark skin and your hair tone, that is darkism. They try to say it's the person's attitude. That's the go-to for dark-skinned people. It's always the go-to. I don't hear that about non-dark-skinned people. They don't say, oh, well, she or he had a bad attitude. That's the first thing they'll blame. That's a form of darkism. Saying that it's the dark-skinned person's attitude and jump into that immediately, that's darkism. Dark-skinned people face hell in this world. Dark-skinned people face the most hell in this world for living, for having the audacity to be born dark-skinned. And it has not been eliminated. I'm telling you, this goes on every day. Every day. Every day. Every day. And it's sickening. It is, when you start to think about this, and I done spent literally hours, people thinking about being dark skinned. If people say that's crazy, people tell me I'm crazy. I say you spend all your time talking about dark skin. This dark skin this dark skin that. But y'all copying me. I got a lot of people that done ripped off my work because they want to be me. That's another point that I'm not going to stop bringing up. People will sit there and tell me I am crazy for pondering my dark skin all day. And I've spent hours doing this. But then they'll copy me, trying to be me. But you can never be me, though. Because you ain't got that. I don't care if you dark skin. You don't have that authenticity. What you doing is making videos, stealing my ideas, trying to pass yourself off as me. You're not the dark skin activist. None of you. We're going to get that clear. And it just makes me very upset that the same people that sit here and try to say you crazy for sitting up here thinking about being dark skinned, who does that? Well, Rashida Strober does. That's why dark skin activism exists. That's why there's the conversation on colorism, because of me. Dark skinned people catch the most hell of any people on earth, and it's all for being dark skinned. It's all for being born the wrong color. That's it. You gonna have a hard time. Them babies gonna grow up and they be so cute. They be so. And listen, y'all be trying to lie on me. I'm speaking on all black people go through hell, but I'm just saying to y'all, dark skinned people have it the worst. Okay. So stop trying to sit up here and make it seem like, because I know inevitably somebody will come on here and they will say, oh, well, all black people. I know that. Come on. I'm the dark skin activist. Make sure you go to my website, darkskinactivist.com. Once again, darkskinactivist.com. Make sure you make a contribution to my campaign. My Cash App is $Rashida Lala. $Rashida Lala. And if you go to my website, you'll be able to see all that information there if you scroll on down. Them babies be so beautiful coming into this world. They be so innocent. That's the part that really hurts me. Okay? The kids be so innocent. They don't know what the hell finna hit them. And it's not fair to lay the boom, as some of the older people say, lay the boom on the child when they get big. Lay the boom on them. That's what happened. Lay the boom on. And when I say lay the boom, I'm talking about discrimination, darkism in housing. Darkism, discrimination in housing, where you're going to live. Darkism, discrimination in getting bank loans. Darkism, discrimination in education. Darkism, discrimination when you just getting up and fucking breathing. You could just be breathing and walking down the street. And somebody will criminalize you because you're dark skinned. You ain't had to do nothing. Now, if the person I did something, I'm not sitting up here saying that all dark skinned people are innocent. Folks, I am not saying that all dark skinned people are innocent. That is not what I'm saying. That is absolutely. Because if a person did something wrong, hold on, I don't care what color they are. If you did something wrong, accept that you did something wrong, and you need to be punished accordingly. But you can't even get a fair shake as a dark-skinned person in the criminal justice system. Because you could be a dark-skinned person, be done did the same thing that a non-dark-skinned person did, and they'll give you more time. That's darkism. That's systemic darkism. So that's what I'm saying. You can't get a fair shake in life. Everything is a fucking battle. My whole life has been nothing but a struggle for simply being born dark skinned. And I love Wallace Thurman. The blacker the berry. Now watch these bitches copy me. They always watching me and copying me. But you're not me. Stop trying to be me. It's only one dark-skinned activist. I love Wallace Thurman, who wrote the book The Blacker the Berry. That ain't come from Tupac. May he rest in peace. Tupac did not create the phrasing the blacker the berry. Kendrick Lamar, it did not come from Kendrick Lamar. The blacker the berry came from Wallace Thurman. Say it with me. Wallace Thurman. He wrote the book back in, I believe, 1930, give or take a year or two. And the protagonist, Emma Lou, I remember one of the most powerful lines from that book is that her crime was being born dark skinned. Wasn't breaking in somebody's house. It wasn't robbing a bank. It wasn't assaulting someone. It wasn't selling drugs. the crime was being born dark skinned. In and of itself, being born dark skinned has been criminalized. So when you are thinking about procreating as a dark skinned person, whether male or female, I want you to think about these things. I want you to think long and hard about these things. And to think about these things is darkism in and of itself. Because dark skinned people, as well as black people, are the only ones that have to think about the impact of darkism and racism on something as natural as procreation. That's darkism in and of itself. If you got to sit and think about the ramifications of bringing a child that's dark skinned into this world, and how darkism may impact that child's life, that is darkism in and of itself. And it speaks to how entrenched racism and darkism is in this society, in the world, because it's global. It's global darkism. It's not just in America. This is a global phenomenon. I just want you to think about it. I want you to think. I'm not telling you not to procreate. I will never tell a dark skinned person not to procreate. I'm saying think about it. Think about the impact of that child's dark skin on their life, on their life's chances. Because I don't plagiarize other scholars, the idea of life chances, I learned about the idea from I believe, a sociologist named Max Weber. And I applied the concept idea of life chances to dark skin activism and darkism, and how darkism impacts a dark skinned person's life chances. And so many people, especially like younger people that's having children, they may have a child out of wedlock. They don't think about the impact of dark skin on their child. They don't think, because I know, you know, I wasn't thinking about it like that when I had my son Raheem. But as I continue to develop my worldview and develop the view that I had on how my skin tone is impacted by my personal economics, I began to realize that my dark skin is a big factor in whether I was going to be able to, achieve to my highest heights. And I'm simply saying, think about these things. I'm not telling you not to have children. I'm saying, think about it. Be honest with yourself. Have an honest discussion with yourself. Because I think that some people may misconstrue. Well, hey, listen. You can try to, you can clarify yourself and tell people what you mean all day, but some people are still going to take what you said and they're going to turn it into what they want it to be, even if you don't mean it to be that, even if you have your own specific definition of what you were saying. So I can't avoid that. I'm not saying that black isn't beautiful. I believe that black is wonderfully beautiful and wonderfully just magnificent. But I'm also not going to sit here and pretend that darkism doesn't exist and having a dark skin tone is not going to impact your life chances. I'm not going to pretend because I'm a living example of that. I can't pretend. I mean, I could walk around here as a friend of mine. He used to say, I never forget this guy I met back in graduate school. He'd say, most people are a burst from reality. And I used to sit there and listen to him talk. And I would listen to his explanations. And I would just sit there and I never forgot. His main point was, his main conclusion, should I say, is that most people are a burst from reality. He's absolutely right. And I'm a realist. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that nothing's wrong and I'm equal in terms of my life chances to non-dark skin. I'm not going to do that. I'm lying to myself. I don't pretend. I tell the truth. That's why people got a problem with me. They mad because I'm telling the truth. Imagine being mad at a person because they're actually telling the truth. See, people don't get mad at you when you lie and you scheme and you're dishonest and you flatter and you BS people. What I've learned is people get angry with you when you tell the truth. Call me dark skinned activist truth teller because I've always told the truth. I'm only here to tell the truth. I'm only here to tell you the truth. I'm only here to tell you to think. God gave you a brain, so use it and think. There's nothing wrong with thinking and planning. There's nothing wrong with that. You're allowed to think and plan your life. You're allowed to think about the ramifications of whatever it is, whatever choices you make in life. You're allowed to do that. You're a free thinking human being. So I encourage that. I think that we got to start dealing with the reality. We've got to start dealing with what is real, what is right in front of our face. Because when we deal with what is real, then guess what? That's when we begin to come to real solutions. Not the topical. We dig down deep and we are able to get at real solutions. So that's all I have to say, guys. I hope you would support my work. I have a dark skin campaign going on at all times. If you want to make a contribution to my campaign, which helps me with an array of things that I do, such as producing my dark skin shows. Also, I'm in a legal battle right now. So if you want to go to my Cash App and make a contribution, my Cash App is $Rashida Lala. Once again, my Cash App is $Rashida Lala. And my PayPal is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. Okay? So what I will do is send you a autographed copy of one of my books if you contribute $40 or more. $40 or more. The books are $40 each when you purchase them directly from me. You can also go to one of my other financial platforms. I'm up here getting sleepy. Ice Cream Lady Dream at yahoo.com. Once again, my PayPal is ice cream lady dream at yahoo.com. You can also Google um, my GoFundMe, which is Rashida Strober GoFundMe, and you can make a contribution there. I will tell you, I do prefer uh, Cash App because it's just simply it's simple and it's easy. Okay. And I want to thank y'all for all y'all support. I apologize if I don't read. Sometimes I don't read the comments, not because I don't want to. It's just I got a lot to say, a lot floating around in my head, and I want to get it out because I feel like God gave me this life to speak. I'm not gonna hold back. I'm gonna say what I gotta say. I'm gonna talk about it. We all gonna be dead and gone one day, and I think that we should do what it is, our talents and gifts that God gave us. We gotta speak all our truth. We can't allow these people to make you not speak your truth. I ain't gonna let nobody do that to me. I'm not gonna allow that. I'm gonna speak my truth and tell and say what it is and say what I'm going through, what's on my heart, because that's what God gave me to do. And if I say you plagiarizing me and people have ripped off my work, I'm gonna say that. I don't care who's mad about it. If you mad about it, then you must be guilty. If you pissed off about me saying that, you're guilty. You're guilty of stealing from the dark skinned activists. People always are trying to use tactics to silence you and to, when people know, okay, that you've been wronged. And see, that's the thing. I don't believe in silencing people. Let a person speak their piece. Let the victims tell their story. Let a person speak their. The thing is this: the truth will always come out. I don't know why people think that the truth, they can hide the truth. I don't care if it takes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years. The truth is going to all come out. You can't escape the truth. You can't hide from the truth. It's going to come out eventually. So let me tell my truth. So I want to say thank you guys for taking the time to watch. I'm sleepy. I've given you guys a lot of content. We had a lot to say. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. It's Rashida Strober, the world's first and only dark skin activist, the real creator, often imitated but never duplicated. I want to say thank y'all. Thank you to everybody that's watching. Thank you to all the supporters. Thank you to everybody that's made contributions. And make sure you make a contribution. That's very important to keep this campaign going. Once again, my website is darkskinactivist.com. Darkskinactivist.com. You can go there and download a free ebook copy of my book, Darkism. And I'm asking that you make a contribution. There's a Darkism comment there. There's a Darkism comment talking about if I cut the lights off. That's the type of jokes that dark-skinned people have been subject to. Oh, if you cut the lights off, I can only see your teeth. But you're not hurting me by saying that, because I don't care. You can't hurt me. You can't hurt me. You can't hurt me with your Darkism comments. Teflon. Darkskinactivist.com. Once again, darkskinactivist.com. The Cash App is $rashidalala. The PayPal is icecreamladydream at yahoo.com. I appreciate every single person that's supporting me, even if I didn't say your name. I do want you to know that I really appreciate you. All right, y'all? Good night. I'm going to sign out showing my pearly whites. Let's see if I turn off the light and you can only see my teeth. Hold up. Let's see. Y'all see my teeth? Can you see my teeth? Can you see my teeth? Can you see my teeth? Oh, I'm so black you can't even see my teeth. Can we see them teeth? Oh, y'all can see them teeth. Let me move a little closer to the camera. I'm so pitch crusty black. Y'all see them teeth? See them teeth? That's what happened when you're pitch crusty black. There we go. Good night.